This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a Luzerne County judge is in the studio to talk about how he wants to help the public and law enforcement. May the 4th be with you. I'm Ken Carr. We'll talk about Star Wars Day a little later in the show, but right now, here's your headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Hazleton police responded to a report of shots fired and one person injured this morning. They were called to the area of South Poplar and Juniper Streets around 10 a.m. Officers determined that shots were fired. However, after a check of hospitals and the area, no victim was found, and there was no evidence at the scene indicating that someone had been shot. The weapon involved is reported to be a rifle, possibly an AR-15 style rifle. Police believe one or possibly two males are involved. Police Chief Jerry Spezial says that special attention has been placed throughout the area by his patrol division. The chief added that he is hopeful that a federal grant would be that they applied for the department would be approved for the spot shooter gunshot detection system to help identify suspects. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police or dial 911. An effort is underway in Luzerne County to help bridge a gap. Our Lisa Sugart has more on this special project.
Today I'm pleased to tell you about a brand new program that is designed to break down barriers, improve respect and communication in Luzerne County. Here to tell us all the details of this program is Judge William Amesbury. He is the administrative judge for the Delinquency Division, Juvenile Delinquency Division in Luzerne County. And also with me today is Teresa Klein. She is the Communication Liaison Probation Officer for Luzerne County. Judge Amesbury, I'm going to start with you. Tell us what the whole premise is of this special program.
First of all, we have learned that there is a disproportionate amount of young Black and Hispanic people in the juvenile justice system as compared to the population of those communities at large. We also know that there's a difference in culture between young people of today and the older generation, which includes myself. What we want to do is to have an opportunity for interface between police and representatives of both the Black and Hispanic community. Michael Brewster, pastor Mount Zion Church, which is the Baptist church in Wilkes-Barre, Amilcar Arroyo, and members of the Hispanic community who we'll be meeting with later today. As you said, our goal, build respect, give us an opportunity to meet with one another, build bridges, tear down walls.
Sounds like a very good idea to do. Teresa, what do you see like throughout Luzerne County? Do you see a definitive need for this?
Yes, we do. When we looked at our relative rate index, which tells us what disparity exists amongst youth of color and their white counterpart, we saw for Black youth a 3-to-1 ratio basically, and for Hispanic youth about a 1.5-to-1 ratio. And so what we decided is this is an opportunity for us to get out in the community and better relationships, better those interactions to reduce that disparity.
And thus far, taking the first steps in this, are you getting positive feedback?
Yes, absolutely. We have the support of not only the court, but the district attorney and public defender's office. Wilkes University has partnered with us, as well as our local CJAB and the Luzerne County Juvenile Justice Task Force.
Okay. Judge, what is the overall goal? What do you hope to accomplish, and how long do you think it'll take before you start noticing a difference?
To give every child the opportunity to experience the American dream, to live in a society where freedom, fairness, and equality, freedom and equality and opportunity to develop the life that will allow them to be contributing members of our society and do so in such a way that they help to build America, a dream we all share.
Very good. You're both to be commended, and everyone involved. We will have more on this as it progresses, and also it is the subject of a brand new Sam Lassant show, so please stay tuned for that as well. And the judge tells me they will be coming back to do a second episode on the Sam Lassant show to provide an update on how this is progressing so that we can, in fact, build bridges.
Thank you, Lisa. Hazleton City Council voted down a proposal by Mayor Jeff Cassat that would have allowed the city to borrow $1 million. The mayor wanted to use the money to plug an $856,000 hole in the budget and hire additional police. Council wants to explore other revenue-generating ideas before taking on more debt. The mayor's plan would raise property taxes 22.9% over a 4-year period. For more details on this story, check out Sam Galski's article in today's Standard Speaker or go to standardspeaker.com. A meeting was held yesterday in an effort to keep the water on in Beaverbrook. Residents of the small community in Hazel Township received a water shutoff notice from the Klein Township Municipal Authority. The Beaverbrook Water Association purchases water in bulk from the authority. The notice was triggered by an overdue bill for $30,000. The authority put forth a plan that would help keep the water flowing. The plan would require residents to pay higher taxes, sell property, and repair their neglected system. Robert Quinn, who represented the residents at the meeting, will now discuss the details with the residents. You can read the entire story in today's Standard Speaker or at standardspeaker.com. State police at Hazleton are investigating a burglary at Eastern Metal Recycling on Transportation Drive in Hazel Township. It happened just before 1 o'clock this morning. According to state police, 2 male suspects forced entry into the main entrance, then using a saw, attempted to break open the back of an ATM machine. They fled on foot, and it's believed they went toward Campbell Avenue in the area of Route 424. Both wore dark clothing and masks. It didn't seem like any items were taken. Anyone with information is asked to call state police at 570-459-3890. Coming up on FYI, Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker, runs the next leg of FYI's Track and Field Week. And when we come right back, Dennis Gantz entertains us with another hunting segment.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Welcome to this week's Wild Bout Hunting segment, and it's turkey season here in Pennsylvania, and it's one of the great times of year that we love to be outdoors. And here to kind of help me give you some tips this week is team member Jim Sharp. How are you, Jim?
Good, Dennis. Yourself?
I'm doing great, buddy. Let's get right to it. There's a lot of things that you want to carry when you're going out into the field. A great vest to take all your gear in is something that's really important. We've got the Mossy Oak turkey vest here. It's got a great seat cushion. Some other things, Jim, you got over here. What do you got?
We've got a face cover, keep your face camouflaged, some pins and wire ties for if you bag of turkeys, put the tag on, water, keep you hydrated, a snack, and some assorted calls that you could talk about.
Another thing that I like to use too is having a good pair of optics. When you're glassing fields, maybe when you get into the late season, something to have. We use Maven B2s here, so they're obviously important. And we've got our calls like Jimmy said here. These are 2 different types of friction calls. And you've got your box call, great locator. Works really, really well, got a lot of high pitch to it. And this is a glass call, another friction call. I love this call. This is one of my go-to calls. And the last thing is a lot of people carry is a lot of mouth calls. And I have a big assortment here, all right? And I love this little carry case from Primo's, goes right around my neck. Put this baby in there. That'll carry out there. You can get really soft with them, and that'll call that big old Tom in for you. So turkey season, have fun, be safe. You don't have to wear orange in the spring, but we like to wear it when we're walking out of the woods, especially if we bagged a turkey. Keeps everybody safe. See you next time somewhere in the turkey hunting woods.
I never hunt, but I want that turkey thing you throw in your mouth. And remember to watch Dennis and crew on Wild Bout Hunting on the Hunt Channel and right here on SSPTV. A new episode airs each Monday at 4:30 p.m.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Creedence Clearwater Revival asked if we've ever seen the rain, and the answer is yes. Yes, we have, all week long here in Northeast PA. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service tonight. Showers likely once again and a possible thunderstorm before 7 p.m. There's a 60% chance of precipitation. Our low will be 44 degrees. On Thursday, we can expect more showers and a possible thunderstorm after 3 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 55. On Thursday night, showers likely again, another 60% chance, and again a possible thunderstorm warm. This time before 8 p.m. it will be cloudy, low of 45 degrees. On Friday we can expect to see showers once again. Our high will be 56. And on Friday night we can expect showers once again. 60% chance mainly before 2 a.m. low of 46. On Saturday partly sunny with a high near 63. Everyone celebrate. Then at night though we're back to a 50% chance of showers, now mostly cloudy with a low of 48 degrees. Sunday will be partly sunny with a high near 59, and then on Sunday night partly cloudy, our low is 42 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
Another one of our great sponsors is Edgewood by Sand Springs, and work continues at the area landmark. The Azalea Room is being painted, plus new windows have been installed there. Sheetrock work continues in the ballroom, and outside they're working on putting in new sidewalks. You can follow the renovations online and find out about golfing and hosting events at Edgewood by Sand Springs. To do all of that, head to facebook.com/Edgewood Golf and Banquets. Lisa Sugart is back, and she has information now from the Tamaqua Area Arts Center.
Did you know that the Tamaqua Community Arts Center has a brand new family-friendly Clay Works studio? Well, it also has a brand new head of clay arts for the studio, and she is with us today, Irene Miller, who is also the co-chair of visual arts at the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. Irene, this is great. The center is expanding, more and more services being provided, more and more classes being offered. So how excited are you about this new studio?
I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Everything is so nice and new and open. And I'm just enjoying, we're getting new people in, and it's really great. We have a lot of workshops coming up, as well as regular classes on Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 8, and also on Saturdays from 11 till 1. We have a pick and paint ceramic workshop that comes up once a month, and that is, we're trying to bring back ceramics, so check that out.
What exactly is pick and paint?
Pick and paint is you come in, we have a lot of pieces of ceramics sitting there, and you can choose from the ceramics that are on our shelves. And what they are is you can pick a large one, 2 medium, or 4 small, and you can spend your time sitting there and painting as long as it takes you to finish it. If you don't get done that night, you can come in another night and work on it also. We've been getting a lot of people to come in to do this, and it's really bringing back ceramics. It's a very good thing. We also have garden gnomes coming up. We have, that's going to be a workshop. The person that does ceramics down at Mud and Maker is going to come to our studio, and she's going to do that workshop for us.
Do we paint a garden gnome? Is that what we're doing?
We are going to make a garden gnome.
Make a garden
yes.
gnome. Okay.
We have garden picks, which we're going to make garden picks, and we're going to paint them. And you know, you can take them home and use them in your garden. They're really cute. And we have a cheese cutting board coming up. We have a wine chiller that wraps around your wine bottle, and that's also going to be a wine tasting event that night. Oh, boy. And we have trivets, and that'll be 2 trivets. You'll be making 2 trivets. Just look at our website. You can find all the dates and everything, tamaquaarts.org. And also, we're hoping to do clay camp in July. And also, we have a mosaic studio down at our center. Kim East, the other visual arts coordinator, the co-coordinator, is the artist that works out of that center. And her classes, right now they're doing paving stones for in the garden.
So the bottom line is, if you would like to get involved, maybe you've never done it before, maybe you want to continue to build on your art techniques, give them a call or go to their website, sign up for wonderful classes. There's something for all ages and always something happening at the Tamaqua Community Arts Center.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Now let's turn our attention to your midday winning lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 272, pick 3 261, pick 4 3481, pick 5 66525. When we come back, Dave Seaman and I talk about Looney Tunes, track and field, and fancy suits. And before we go to break, a reminder, spring is here and the Shop 2 has everything to beautify your home. At the Shop 2, you can shop through the decades, the 20s through the 60s and more, with something for everyone's taste in vintage and antique home decor. Beautiful furniture, art, collectibles, local items, garden decor, and so much more. Find your favorites today and lay them away at the Shop 2 with 2 convenient locations, 105 East Broad Street and 7 and 9 East 11th Street in Hazleton. The Shop 2, your gently used antique and home decor consignment shop where new consigners are always welcome. For days and hours, check them out on Facebook. That's the Shop 2.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's another exciting Dave Day on FYI with Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker. And Dave, the biggest news in sports right now, there will be a Space Jam 2 movie with LeBron James coming in to star. I had the soundtrack on cassette tape, Dave. I love this movie. Still have my McDonald's cups with all the Looney Tunes characters. You said your kids were into it. You never saw the first movie?
I saw it in bits and pieces. I always had that tape on when the kids were trying to, watch the movie, and I would be probably dozing off while they were watching the movie. But it's been a popular movie in the Seaman household for as long as it's been out, since the mid-90s. And I know it's a fun movie, and it was definitely creative when it was done. I know Michael Jordan stars, Bugs Bunny, and fill in the blanks the rest, but it was quite an enjoyable movie.
Bill Murray made an appearance too. It was great. Now, the interesting thing, it is playoff time in the NBA, and a lot of people compare LeBron and Michael Jordan during this season. They always compare LeBron and Michael Jordan. This is another way. Now, all of a sudden, LeBron following in his footsteps here. You think this will ever end the comparison?
We'll see, I guess. That remains to be seen. But I think if LeBron James wins another title, not that he needs to enhance his legacy at all, but LeBron James certainly has carved his own niche in the NBA annals. And is he at Michael Jordan's level? No, but who was?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever get there. But if he wins one with Cleveland, that I think will cement his legacy. All right, Dave, a serious topic here in the Hazleton area. The Hazleton Area School Board voting to open up all coaching positions for the fall and the winter sports, and they will follow suit with the spring sports once they're done, and they can do that. Now, Dave, the interesting thing is some of the students organizing right now with a Facebook group in support of the coaches. Madison Palumbo spoke out at the school board meeting too, making the point saying, hey, if you have a problem with a teacher, you don't fire all the teachers or, get rid of all the teachers. You would address it with that teacher. So points on both sides of the aisle for this, and interesting you said that the students are kind of organized.
Yeah, I think it shows you what's really good about the student athletes in the Hazleton Area School District. Madison Palumbo going out of her way. A senior really doesn't have to get involved. She's graduating now, but she wants to make it better for the students that are going to follow her, the student athletes, and she's to be commended for that. I think all the students who have shown support for their coaches. The coaches work, we've said a lot of times that coaches work a lot of hours. Yeah, they do get paid, but they put in a lot more hours than really what their salary is to be a coach. And it's a lot of work, especially in this day and age when, and there are, truthfully, some kids have to be coddled, and it's not an easy profession right now. And technically it's a side job, a part-time job, but these coaches work full-time hours.
And David, is track and field week here on FYI. And you mentioned there's some track and field stars from our area going into the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame this year. Amy Mantush and Fred Barletta Jr., longtime track and field coach, the girls coach, now the athletic director for the Hazleton Area School District. So those are some big names there. And Freddie was a great coach.
Freddie definitely, yeah. Discounting the wins. I mean, he had 150, 200 wins as a coach, but he knew how to manage a track meet. And that's somebody who, and admittedly, didn't really understand much about the sport of track and field, but he got in once he got into it with Robbie Wallace at the former West Hazleton High School. They became quite a tandem, and the athletes that were produced that came out as Wildcats, they went on to big things at the local, the regional, the district, and the state meets, and they all did well. And you don't want to mention one kid or over another kid, but there are a lot of outstanding student athletes at West Hazleton, and that continued for Fred and his teams at Hazleton Area High School, where they continued to have district champions, and not only individually but as teams as well.
Dave, your daughter Jillian was an outstanding track and field athlete. So you probably were at a lot of these events. You said there's a lot of, this is a talent-rich area for track and field. So then, I mean, they get the accolades and that, but I don't want to say maybe people don't recognize it all the time, but you saw the talent firsthand.
Yeah, definitely. There is talent here. You go in, not only in the immediate Hazleton area, but we've talked before about Tamaqua. They have a tradition of not only distance, but the javelin throwers. You know, highlighted those before. In Schuylkill County, the Marions, North Schuylkill, Shenandoah Valley, Monomoy areas, they've always had competitors at the state level. At Shippensburg, we're always well represented.
And Dave, I want to close right now. I mentioned before we came on, I like your shirt today. It's very snazzy, but you know what? Joe Madden, I think, one-upped you really with his sports jacket here. They did their first themed road trip of the season for the Cubs, and he looked pretty snazzy.
Yeah, he did, and I think what's more impressive is the way his team keeps playing. Despite he keeps it loose, like they said, the players love to play in Chicago and in Tampa Bay before that because he does make it loose, and that's how Joe treats things, and he realizes it's a game. Sure, it's a business, and sure, it's serious, and I'm sure the Cub fans are hanging on there every game this year. Is this going to be the year that they win the World Series? But when you back up and look at it, it's a game. It's a kid's game, and Joe makes it a kid's game for them.
It's a very hard sport, Dave. You talk with any baseball players, they will tell you that. I'm playing RBI baseball on the Xbox right now. I can't get a hit. I mean, it's very, very difficult, and to have those loose moments, very important. And right now, the Cubs trying not to suck in Pittsburgh as a big division rivalry there with them. Dave, thank you for coming in Track and Field Week. We'll see you again next week. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday to Ken Sugart. This wish comes from your wife, Lisa, children Samantha, Kenny, and Olivia, and all of your family and friends. Also tonight, happy 67th birthday to Frank Mancini of Freeland from Judy, Joe, Caitlin, and Elijah. And one more quick announcement. The Nuremberg Community Players will be presenting Nonsense, a musical comedy by Dan Gogan, on May 6th, 7th, and 8th. For tickets or information, just call 570-276-6263. At tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Lorraine L. Busher of Weatherly. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. at the Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are by the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Angelo B. Pareca of Hazel Township. Mass is Friday at 9:30 a.m. in the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call Friday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Mark D. Hickson Bow of Hazelton. Friends may call Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. Grace Gonzalez of Bethlehem. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. at the Holy Infancy Catholic Church. Friends may call Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Connell Funeral Home. Judith A. Patterson of Eagle Rock. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Leroy Michael Lenhart, formerly of Drums. Mass is Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Good Shepherd Church. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. John J. Kostaneski of Beaver Meadows. Funeral is Monday at 1 p.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. George L. Dabrowski of Bloomsburg. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. And Dominic M. Rock. No local services were held. You subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Christopher Kimmel of Freeland. Christopher, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
May the 4th be with you. It's the popular greeting on Star Wars Day. The phrase can trace its roots back to Great Britain in the 1970s, after Margaret Thatcher became Britain's first female prime minister on May 4th, 1979. Her party ran an ad in a paper for her, and the copy read, "May the 4th be with you, Maggie. Congratulations." Some of this information comes from people.com. Well, I believe earlier in the news I compared playing Xbox to hitting an actual Major League pitcher, and you know what? I stand by that. RBI baseball is very hard. I'm 6-7 right now. We'll talk more tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.